So I'm going to test them first on a nitrile glove, and they do not cut. They will not cut through the shear. I mean the glove. So we've got to sharpen them. So the first thing I do is black out the edge so I can make sure I can find the exact bevel edge on the shear. All right, let's find the right angle, the correct angle on here. This is what's called a scratch test. Can't see real well here. A little bit more. That looks pretty good. So I want to go all the way back to that little edge right there. That looks real good. One more pass. I got a burr, but I want one other pass here. Let's do a slow pass. Very light pressure. I think it looks pretty good. Go to the honing wheel side. I'll move this over and see the honing wheel. All right. I am sharpening surgical scissors for a local veterinary clinic. They would not cut. So I guess it's hard to do surgeries on dogs. I'm sorry about the camera, folks. This is just not going to work here with my tripod. I need a better camera setup. Well, thanks for watching anyway. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good right there. Not for the veterinarian. They save a lot of money by doing this. I had 20 some odd pairs of them to do today. These are the last 3. And I only charge $20 a pair. A new pair is a lot more expensive than $20. All right, we got him sharp. Now flip that burr over. Oh, hang on, folks. I got to get some alcohol to clean them with. So I take a little piece of leather like this to remove that burr, and my light is terrible here. Hang on. Now I can see a little bit better. That's a very good question. I think they're probably $80 to $100 a pair. So I sharpen these every year or so for this same vet clinic. So they would not cut this glove before I started at the beginning of this video. Now I hope it doesn't make a liar out of me. Let's see if it cuts. Look at that. Cuts wonderfully. Let's see if it'll cut something really, really thin. Rogue, you're back on here again watching me? This is a diamond wheel. It's a 240 grit diamond wheel from Continental Diamond Tools here in the US. You can look it up. See, it'll cut thread really easily, and that's what we want. So there's one pair done. Well, Rogue, I appreciate you watching. Let's do another pair. Well, thanks for watching in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I just got a text from somebody in Oklahoma wanting me to train them how to sharpen. I am not good at that. So let's try these. See if these cut. Those cut pretty good. I don't know why they want them sharpened. I want a smoother finish. The Twice as Sharp comes with a 100 grit stone wheel, which is okay for industrial scissors. It's not good for, this is my opinion once again, it's not good for dressmaker scissors, and it's surely not good for surgical tools. I have another Twice as Sharp back here that does have the 100 grit on it, and once in a while I'll use that for certain tools. But this machine here is specifically for high quality sewing scissors, barber shears. If I don't, if I just need a beveled edge on a German shear, I'll use this. I don't think so. Not surgical scissors. I've seen the work of the freehanders on surgical scissors, and it's horrible. Some tools are okay freehand. No, I don't have a convexing clamp. I don't need it. If I'm going to convex, I'm going to use my flat hone. Damn, Gary. I didn't even recognize your name there. I'm going to text you here in a little while and give you a hard time. And see, these are a pain. I was looking at the narrow clamp from Wolf Industries at the seminar this weekend. I'm thinking about buying that for these kind of tools. It's specifically designed for the surgical tool sharpening on the Twice as Sharp. It was $80, and I don't do that many of them. I might do a couple dozen a year. All right, you hear that sound? See how smooth it sounds? That means I got the edge right there. Looks great. So let's do a couple passes here. Missed it right there. And at the tip. Hey Al, what's going on, buddy? I do the really tiny ones. I had a bunch of these. Here's the one I've done already. these little tiny shears, and I did do them freehand on the flat hone. One more pass. You guys are distracting me. Right, looks good. And look at it, how it fell off. It's because I need a smaller clamp for these shears. They're curved on the back. It's grinding. Yeah, you want a fairly rough edge on it so it grabs what they're cutting. Well, it's slipping. I'm gonna have to start over. See, that's what happens when you're not paying attention. Lock that in place. Oh, yeah, probably did. Luckily, I haven't done that blade yet. If you're not paying attention, you can F something up. That's good enough. See how clean blade? Yep, see right there? The tip hit. Thank goodness I haven't done that blade. But that was a good call, Rogue. All right. See the back of the shear? The clamp doesn't grab it real well. But Wolf makes another clamp that's narrower than this one. Just once. It's just basically to take the burr off of it. You don't want it polished on these type scissors. They don't come polished from the factory. In fact, these had a bevel edge on them one time. I'm sorry, a serrated edge on it one time. Right there. I need to come down just a little bit. Make sure I don't hit the tip on the stone again. And you guys can't see it, but there's always a reflection on the line, right at the line. That reflection is where the shear is worn. And it's kind of like a little burr folding over this way. And when I grind it, I can see it coming off. That means I've got a sharp edge there. And I'm just barely touching the stone. And that looks real good. It's not on the phone. Yeah, it's my iPhone, and I've just got it on a little tripod here, and the mic is right here. I need a better camera system. So I'm gonna flip that burr over. See how chewed up they are? They're rough on these. I like to take a little Scotch-Brite pad and just run it down the edge on each side, then clean it. Let's see if they feel good. Feel real good. Feel better than they did. They were very rough closing before. Now let's see if they'll cut the glove again. This is a 5mm. It's not latex. What do you call it? Nigel glove. Oh yeah, look at that. That's perfect. Make sure it gets to the tip. Look at that. Well, it's not cutting that great at the tip, is it? That's just me. Got to close it. No, I use alcohol on everything. I buy it 70% rubbing alcohol by the gallon at the hardware store. Now let's see if it'll cut the thread. Rogue, I like rubbing alcohol because when I have a cut on my hand, it cleans it. It's not closing all the way. There's nothing I can do about that. Not on these shears, anyway. So I'm going to put that aside and tell them they probably ought to replace these. All right, I got one more pair to do. And then I'm caught up for the day. I did about 30 knives and probably at least 20 different surgical tools for the veterinary clinic. See, those cut pretty good too. But it does have a boogered up edge. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's all chewed up, but it still cuts. So let's sharpen them anyway. It's all chewed up right down in there and right at the tip. These are going to be a pain in the butt too. No, I'm not going to charge for those. I'll put a little note in that package. I'll set it aside over here. I'm going to put a little note in the package saying that I did sharpen them, but I recommend that they go ahead and replace them since they're not closing at the tip. These are 0 almost. Look at that. Very smooth. It's 0. Well, 5 degrees. I got all the messed up area there gone and at the tip. So that looks real good. I don't know if y'all can see that in the light. Clean all the way across. And it's got a little burr on the back side of that blade. See, it's all chewed up right there. You wonder what they did to chew up the inside. And it's the same. See how smooth that sounds? So it's the same degree on both sides of the blade. All right, let's see if I can do this without messing up that other blade. See, I missed it right there. Ha! That's a long story, man. I was a financial advisor for 29 years. and had enough of sitting at a desk and looking at a computer screen, somebody else's money. And I like this a heck of a lot better than working at a desk. This is a heck of a lot more fun. And I got to meet a lot of good people, like Gary that was giving me a hard time, and Al. You never know what you're going to do in this life. Ooh, they feel better. They feel a lot smoother. Oh man, yeah. They cut much smoother now. I thought they cut well before, but they really cut good now. So let's find the thread. Cuts really good at the tip. That thread is really, you can't see it, I'm sorry. There's no phrase on it. So there we go. That's the last one today. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe to my channel. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and even have an X account out there. So everybody have a great evening. Cheers.